ahead of that potentially aggressive Fed easing. We'll see. According to Mortgage News Daily, the 30-year fix is now right around 6.5%. But my next guest says his company stands to benefit regardless. Joining me now is Jay Bray, Chairman and CEO of mortgage originator and servicer Mr. Cooper Group. It's great to have you here. Welcome.
Thanks, Kelly. Good to be here.
A lot of people are putting their hopes in here that maybe the housing market can rise if the rest of the economy falters. What do you think about that?
Look, I think if rates do fall and continue to fall, you're going to see a lot of refinance. I mean, we had our biggest lock day on Friday and Saturday, our application day, than we've had in a year. So I think you could see a lot of activity. If you look at our overall portfolio, almost 20% has a rate that is higher than 6%. So we'll see what happens with rates, but it certainly could lead to a massive movement in refinance for sure.
It's a confusing thing to talk about because a lot of people think the housing market's been, going up because prices have gone up, but activity itself has been very low because there's so little inventory. If rates drop a little bit, do you think we get a lot of inventory coming back in the market?
I do. I think you have a lot of people on the sidelines now, right? To your point, because they have the lower rate, they're locked in, and they're sitting on a ton of appreciation. But yeah, if rates come down, I think that'll spur quite a bit of activity on the purchase side as well.
Yeah, and you guys, remind me, how much did you do? There wasn't much purchase activity going on lately in terms of the business mix.
Yeah, no, look, in this market, we're very focused on the servicing business. We're the largest servicer in the country. Right now, we service, 1 out of 10 mortgages in the country, and that business has done tremendous. I mean, and we think about our business, to your point earlier, as a balanced business model. So we can really, succeed in any rate environment. But servicing has really been our focus in last year and a half as rates have kind of continued to increase.
So you said you had a really busy day on Friday, busiest you've had in a year. But do 6.5% mortgage rates really move the needle? What would?
I think you're going to have to get another probably 50 basis point move to really move the needle. Again, if you look at our portfolio, and certainly we're representative of, across the country, we have about 20% that is, above that 6% rate. So for a customer to really get a benefit, you're gonna need to see more movement and before you see a ton of activity. But look, we'll see if the Fed stays the course or if they make a move. But I think if that does happen, you're going to see a lot of activity. We've been investing in our platform. If you look at what we've tried to do over the past couple of years, we've added a lot of capacity. We've added a lot of team members there. So we're ready if rates do continue to move down.
And quickly, do you have a view on what would help push the spread lower? Because I think it's about a half point wider than usual. So we're not really getting the full benefit of lower rates fully flowing through to lower mortgage rates. We still kind of have this half point spread that people say it's because there's fewer, mortgage desks. It's because of regulation. It's because it's all on the Fed's balance sheet. I mean, there's a number of things to sift through. Do you think we could get that spread lower? Have any idea what would help that on that front?
No, I don't see it changing anytime soon, to your point, for really all the factors that you mentioned. I don't see it tightening, in the near future. I don't really see a catalyst for that.
Yeah, and if that's the case, it's going to take even more on the rate side to bring mortgage rates down to something that will move things. Jay, it's great to check in with you today. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
Jay Bray,
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
CEO and Chairman of Mr. Cooper Group.